Hello, and welcome to this lesson of our C Programming Foundations tutorial series. I'm Reza, and I'm happy to have you join me on this journey to mastering the C programming language. In this chapter, we will explore the concepts of data, and in the next chapter, we will look into algorithms. Data types in C are a crucial aspect of the language. They help define the type of data that a variable can store. C supports various data types, including 1. Basic data types. These include int for integers, char for characters, float for floating point numbers, double for double precision floating point numbers, and void data type that indicates the lack of type. It is often used with pointers and functions. 2. Derived data types. These are based on basic data types and include array, a collection of similar data types, pointer, a variable that stores the address of another variable, structure, a collection of heterogeneous data types, union, which allows storing different data types in the same memory location, and enum, used to define an enumeration with a set of named integer constants. Each data type has a specific size and range of values it can represent. For instance, int typically represents integer values within a specific range, char represents single characters, and so on. Let's look into the basic data types. The size of data types in C can vary based on the system and compiler being used, but generally speaking, the sizes of data types are as follows. Int, typically 4 bytes, 32 bits on most modern systems. However, it could be 2 or 4 bytes depending on the system. Char, usually 1 byte. This size allows it to represent characters from the ASCII character set. Float, typically 4 bytes representing single precision floating point numbers. Double, usually 8 bytes representing double precision floating point numbers. Here's a simple C program that demonstrates the size of basic data types. When you run this program, it will output the size of the basic data types char, int, float, and double as per the system and compiler being used. The size of operator in C retrieves the size in bytes of a data type or a variable. The output will be tailored to the specific system and compiler, providing insights into the memory allocation for these basic data types. These are some of the common format specifiers used in C. %d used for signed decimal integer, %u used for unsigned decimal integer, %ld used for signed long integer, %f used for floating point notation, %c used for single character data, %s used for strings. By using the appropriate format specifiers, you can precisely control how different data types are displayed or read. This is crucial for providing a clear and user-friendly interface when dealing with various types of data in C programming. Escape characters in C are special sequences that are used to represent characters that are difficult or impossible to represent directly as a character in a string or character constant. These escape sequences begin with a backslash followed by a specific character, and they are interpreted specially by the compiler. Here are some common escape characters used in C. \n, new line, moves the cursor to the beginning of the next line. \t, horizontal tab, moves the cursor to the next tab stop. \r, carriage return, moves the cursor to the beginning of the current line. Double quote, represents a double quote character within a string literal. Backslash represents a backslash character within a string literal. These escape characters are essential for controlling the output of strings and characters in C. They allow you to include non-printable characters, control the layout of output, and represent special characters within string literals. In this lesson, we will create a basic C program to compute BMI. Before diving into the code, let's first understand what BMI is. BMI stands for Body Mass Index. It is a numerical measure of a person's body weight in relation to their height. BMI is widely used as a simple and quick screening tool to identify possible weight problems in adults. The formula for BMI is calculated by dividing a person's weight in kilograms by the square of their height in meters. The result is then interpreted using standard ranges to categorize individuals into different BMI categories, such as underweight, normal weight, overweight, and obesity. Underweight, BMI less than 18.5, normal weight, some BMI between 18.5 and 24.9, overweight, BMI between 25 and 29.9, obesity, BMI 30 or greater. How the program works. 1. The code starts by defining the necessary variables, weight, height, and BMI, all of which are of type float. 2. The user is prompted to input their weight in kilograms and height in meters using printf and scanf. 3. The program then calculates the BMI using the input weight and height following the BMI formula. 4. The calculated BMI is displayed to the user using printf. Here is a code challenge for you to get more practice. Modify the BMI calculator for imperial unit input.